Welcome to session 3 of the course Corporate Financial Performance Analysis. Our topic today is the analysis and evaluation of the statement of cash flows. We have 4 objectives, and after this session, you should be able to understand the need for the statement of cash flows, the purpose, uses, and limitation of a statement of cash flows. Then we have to understand the meaning, the expression cash and cash equivalents, and determine when an investment can be considered as a cash equivalent. We understand cash, but sometimes we need to clarify, define very clearly the meaning of cash equivalents. Cash equivalents are assets, liquid assets, that when meet certain characteristics can be classified as cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents determine the liquidity of the company. The third objective we have is to understand the change in the cash and cash equivalents amount shown on the balance sheet. And finally, we will cover in this session a very important technique called sign pattern analysis. It is important because it helps us understand the cash situation of the company. Now, cash flow is the most important indicator of the company's financial performance. Now, the focus of this course is assessing the financial performance of a company. There are 4 indicators of financial performance: profitability, cash flows, growth, and risk. Today, out of the four, cash is always the most important indicator of a company's performance. No business firm can survive without cash. That's why we have to focus on the cash situation of a company. Cash flow is the most important indicator of a company's financial performance. Now, commercial banks these days increasingly use the cash flow analysis in deciding when to grant loans to companies and the amount of loans. It helps in assessing the borrowing capacity of potential borrowers and making loan approvals. The analysis of annual statement of cash flow gives us insight into the company's cash inflows and cash outflows during a period of time, for example, 1 year, and its ability to service its debt and also meet the investment requirements and cash dividends. Shareholders expect the company to pay dividend. Now, the company must have the required cash to pay dividends. In order for the business to grow, it has to make investments, and that also requires cash. Now, to pay the debt, a company will also require cash. So cash is very important indicator of a company's ability to repay its debt, ability to pay dividend to its shareholders, and ability to grow. Now, statement of cash flow consists of 3 main parts. Generally speaking, if the total cash inflow of a business is greater than the total cash outflow of the business, the cash balance will increase. On the other hand, if the total inflow is lower than the total outflow, the cash balance will increase. If the inflow is less than the outflow, the cash balance will decrease. So we will divide a statement of the cash flow into 3 main parts: operating activities part, investing activities part, and financing activities part.